Back with Erika Brown from the Manchester Cricket. How you doing, Erika?
Doing great. I'm doing great, Corey.
Good to see you again. Hey, right off the top, let's talk about Ernie's Garage.
Oh my God, Ernie, and I think it's Nieberly. Most people don't know his last name because he's just known as Ernie's from Ernie's Garage. We have a great profile of Ernie's Garage. It's been in Essex, Massachusetts. That's for anybody outside this area.
Yeah.
No, Ernie's Garage, seriously, is one of the, I think there's like 3 or 4 long time, super loyal following auto mechanics in Essex. You know, you got Gaybook Garage, you've got Scott's, you've got Cape Ann Auto Body, you've got like the characters.
Yeah.
Well, Ernie's is one of them. It's on the corner of Spring Street and 133, Maine. Which is Maine. Yeah. And he's been there since 1964. The shop opened. It was his father, his grandfather came over from Germany to the United States, and his father fought in World War II and repaired tanks. And that's actually why they started the thing. So we had a great talk about him. Ernie is quite a character. He's a big workout buff, by the way.
Yep.
In the shop, he's got pictures of himself starting when he was 48 years old. He started posting pictures in the shop of him, you know, sort of muscle, you know, his muscle shots to
full
show.
Flex. Oh yeah.
Exactly. Full flex. And he's now 53 years old. So the shots are getting longer. We'll share those. Yeah. So that was a fantastic story. Great photos and great images, great article by Chris McGinn, as usual, in Essex.
Yeah.
Another thing we have, John Bradley is a fixture in Manchester. So we're going to move to Manchester. John Bradley, 98 years old, died of COVID. And he is kind of one of those stalwart presences in Manchester. Really interesting story of his whole life, but you'd never know it. He quietly worked from an office, very unassuming, even though he's kind of a Boston Brahmin. He's from the Cabot family. His mother was a Cabot. He worked at Cabot Paints and Stains for years and years as an engineer. But for the last big part of his life, he had his office over the laundromat in downtown in Manchester. He's a very quiet man. Engineer from MIT. He's a World War II veteran, big family man, but he had many patents. One of them was for waterproof goose down jackets. Another one was for passive solar heat devices. And the last patent he had within the last couple of years, very late in his life, was for a truck engine that could go 200 miles on travel 200 miles per gallon.
Interesting. Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Interesting
stuff.
People in Manchester.
Yeah. Hey, so winter sports are about to end with the schools?
They just finished up this week. Jason Brisbois did a great piece sort of summarizing basketball, boys basketball, girls basketball had a really interesting season. Boys basketball really shined, but then also swimming and all the sports sort of finished out. But in this time, it's really an odd time. We're going right back. February, we're starting practices for varsity football. So fall football is now being played in the spring, as I think you know. Which is really nice for seniors, because wouldn't it be terrible if they, you know, finished out their year and they didn't, you know, but in any case, they're going to start practices, and I think they start games next week. So we'll have a preview on sports,
nice.
You know, in a couple of weeks, probably. Jason will tee that up. And then separately from that, with regard to schools, I don't know if this is happening elsewhere, but in Manchester and Essex, the district just voted this week on Tuesday, I believe it was, Tuesday, to bring back K-2, so elementaries, kindergarten through 2nd grade, after the February vacation break. They're going to go to a 4-day in-person week. Doesn't that feel good?
It does. Yeah, feels like spring already, right?
Exactly.
Okay, lastly, Erika, and quickly, can you somehow wrap up the latest with the planning board?
Oh my God. Don't we talk about the planning board every week?
Yeah.
It seems like that.
This is our staple item here.
Okay, they had a totally non-remarkable meeting this week, which turned out to be a massive thing, as usual. Over 100 people showed up on Zoom for a update public forum on the recodification of the bylaws. I'll just put it this way. We could talk about it next week. Mark Bobrowski, who is the lawyer and the consultant and the expert on recodification, and he's done it for over 100 towns and cities in the Commonwealth, from Lowell to, I think, the 2nd smallest town in the entire Commonwealth. I don't even know what that is. He says in his entire career, he's done this over 100 times, he's never seen so many people at a meeting. So a lot of fireworks. Guess what? They have another meeting next week. There'll be more. I'll tell you about it next week.
Okay, yeah, people are getting involved in local government. You can't say, yeah, it's all over.
That's the good part of this, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, get the cricket, folks. We'll stay up to date. And thanks for the time, Erika. We'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, Corey.